Welcome to Caching Waves. This is your Elliott wave update for Rune. I just wanted to go over the daily count again real quick. It's been quite a while since we've updated this one. But we had an impulse to the upside. We had a WXY correction in the bear market, and we held within this channel. And we had a massive impulse to the upside after the fact, still in the middle of it. You can go back to my September videos. We were calling for this wave. We did trade it quite a little bit. The confusion came in this area here because we thought this was a wave 4 flat rather than a second 1-2, which was a second 1-2 that was larger than the first 1-2. So it was a very bullish scenario looking back. So just wanted to update this, and there's a nice setup at the moment, which I'm probably going to enter. Not financial advice, just what I'm doing. But we'll go down to the 4 hour and I'll show you the current count. Oh, keep in mind where this 1040 786 is. I mark that down on the lower time frames just to keep the chart clean. So off our bear market low, we had a 1-2 and a second 1-2 as a flat. You can see why this was so troublesome in real time because we had a nice extension here. I think it was right at the 1.618. I can pull that just for fun to look back. Just curious where it was again. Oh yeah, we had a little bit of an extension there. So that was a second 1-2 that went to the 2.236. So what we were looking for initially back in the day was this as a flat, and then our fifth wave to here, and we were looking for a second 1-2. Just to be clear on that. And I remember we shorted this to the downside, got that one perfect. And then I'm trying to remember, I can go back to the videos, but it's just been a while. I remember calling this the beginning of the wave, but getting stopped out right here long. I had the entry, I think, in these areas, stop at this low. And then I remember once we made this move to the upside, I moved my stop to this area here because I didn't see how we could come lower and then reverse. And then it just took off on me and I stopped updating it for a while. So that one was frustrating. I remember this. So this was a complex, most likely WXY. So annoying we missed out on that, but that's okay. Is what it is. Just learn from it from next time. Should have just stuck with the original setup. But you can go check those back. Those would have been in October. But yeah, we called this. We were looking for this to turn into a 1-2. We also considered the fact this could be an ending diagonal, and we're getting an A, B, C. But it looks like after all this time, this was the second 1-2 scenario that ended up playing out. But you can see how difficult it is to trade this one in those scenarios because we had a potential 1-2 complete, in which case we were looking for an ABC, and it just took off on us. So this is what I have. It's looking really good at the moment. I have a 1-2. 1-2 is a flat, and we extend it up past the 1.618. For our third remember the rule of alternation. We had a flat pattern for our wave 2, so we expect a deeper correction for our wave 4, which we are currently getting right now. So as of right now, we're kind of in a buying zone by my viewpoint, but the extensions is where it's going to be tough. This thing's trading obviously very bullish. So I marked off that 786 you can see in that bear market retrace right there at 1048. Our 1-to-1 extension of our wave 1 off our fourth, if it's complete, I just marked it off the current low because it's potentially complete, is at 840. And the 0.618 of our 1 through our third off the fourth, if the pivot is in, is up at 1289. So it's quite a range, as you can see. where to take targets. So we'll need to use price action to see our wave counts on the way up. Quite a wide range. What is the range anyway? Yeah, about a 50% range there. But we did have an extension in the third, so we more expect equality between wave 1 and 5, but we'll see, because we do have targets here if we get extended as well up at the 2.618 at 12.15. So going to be a tough one to judge. Most likely if we tick off our pitchfork, that could give us an early indication. We'll be using the RSI to look for divergence near the 5th on the lower time frames, but I'll be keeping a close eye on that. But let's go down to the hourly. Four-hour, sorry. So I pulled our wave 3, and we're right at the 382, which was at 374.4, and the 50's at 313.1. That's on log scale. On linear, we're between the 50 and the 618 right now. Remember, we got a flat pattern in wave 2, so we expect a deeper retracement for our wave 4. I have this as a complex correction. I think the third's over here, just past the 1.618, because I can only count this as 3 waves. So I have this as an ABC for our W wave. We're going to have an X wave, and we're working on another ABC for a WXY. We'll go down to the hourly. I'll show you those labelings and targets. So we had a flat for our W wave, X wave, and now we're working on our C wave and our second ABC. I have this as an ending diagonal, which is either complete. This is our B wave high here. You can see we got 3, 3, 3, 3, potentially 3, and potentially complete. I did mark 2 trend lines here. The first one we've broken, as you can see. This is our second one. If we come a little higher, we need another move to the downside. But it's looking pretty good. Our extensions for our expanded WXY, we're at just past the 200%. 2.382 is at 342, and the 2.618 is at 317. But you can see we're right at the 382, so I'm expecting a rally right in this area. The question is, are we there already? So in this ending diagonal scenario, if this is the correct count, the third wave is currently shorter than the first, which means if my pivots I pulled are correct, this is our 4th and the 5th. It's overlapped with wave 1. It cannot be longer than wave 3, which I've marked there in white at 3095. The 618 is the most likely if we're not already complete, which is down at 352. It would be the 618 of the third wave extension. So anywhere in this area I'm happy with. I'm putting my stop when I do enter at 3095. But it's a good spot to buy spot in my point of view, not financial advice, but looking for that 5th wave to pivot anywhere from here. I wonder if there's anything down on the 15-minute, because it really does look like it's potentially complete. Yeah, there is 5 waves there, potentially. We got our wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No overlap, 4, 5, and we are drifting sideways. So interesting spot. I might take a shot at this. Not financial advice. My shot would be stop at this low and targeting those higher 5th wave targets. But yeah, looking good. We'll see what happens here. Areas of interest is if we break our wave 4, which is right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would be our pivot there. Around 433 would be an area of interest that the trend has change to the upside, as well as breaking this trend line is areas I'm keeping an eye on. But keep in mind, if I do take an entry here, just for knowledge base, my stop would go at this low, and I'd expect it to come down again, and I might have to take another entry. I do that just to get larger position sizes, because when it does go, I have a much better risk reward. But everybody's trading style is different. That's just what I do. But that's it for this one, guys, on Rune. Looking good. Looking for this long for the fifth wave. And also, last thing, keep in mind, again, with Bitcoin, we're just going to most likely get a rally, whether that's a fifth or a B wave, and this is a larger correction, is yet to be known until the waves start to fill out. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Check out my other videos if you want. I updated a lot today. Thanks for watching.